Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Rule, who have been a great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, within this edifying rant, so to speak, because I'm driving, I ain't going to be able to really pull precepts, but I can quote them. But I was watching this video from the elder Manata Zakba on GMS South Carolina 08. GMS South Carolina. That's what everybody know him as. What else? SC Street Teacher. I think that's one of his names too. His YouTube handle names, so to speak. But they got a comment from somebody in WFI on how he believe in what GMS is teaching about the MOTB. It's like he believe what GMS is teaching about the MOTB, and he say he went to members of his camp, and he not only he believed, but other members that was in the camp also, he say he was surprised that other people believed as well. But me and the brother Lockama down here in Mobile, we just did a lesson on it. And if I ain't say it before I get into it, I want to get all honor and glory. I think I did say it, but I'll say it again. I want to get all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Rule well been a great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. But me and the brother Lockman, we just went in on the lesson about everybody will soon, I came up with the title. I just titled it, everybody will soon flock to GMS, and I said everybody just to, make it, more juicy. But ultimately the elect is gonna flock to GMS, man. Not everybody, because what the scriptures say, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. See, they ain't flocking to GMS, they flocking to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the true shepherd. That's what they flocking to. They not flocking to Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlab, the bishops. They flocking to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They flocking to the doctrine that was given us through the Rakah Kodash by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what they flocking to, man. And through presenting the true doctrine in its purest form is what's gonna bring the elect out of these other camps, like the elder got in this video, to convince the gainsayer, through the pure doctrine, by men hearing the word coming out in its truest form. If you got any kind of spiritual discernment, you gonna listen, you gonna analyze. You got any kind of common sense, I'm gonna say that. You got any kind of common sense, you gonna listen, you gonna analyze, and you gonna be like, hold the fuck up. They going off, And before I came in out of, let me say it like this. Before I really came to the truth, started doing videos myself and stuff, I was watching Watchmen for Israel. Cause like he was saying, when you first, Elder Manata Zakba, when you first come into the truth, you just be happy to know that you're an Israelite. You like a kid in a candy store. You don't give a damn. You think every group the same. You don't understand that it's differences in doctrines and how serious this thing is. You don't understand that when you first come in. You don't understand that we all can't walk together, that because of doctrinal purposes. And you grow to understand that as you get into this thing, because there's vast numbers of camps and there's very many different doctrines. Different camps have different ideologies on the interpretations of the scripture, but there's only one true doctrine, man. and GMS has it. That's why I titled that lesson, everybody gonna soon flock to GMS. Why? Because all of the elect, ultimately, not everybody, but all of the elect is gonna flock to GMS because the Lord's sheep hear his voice and they follow him. And what the Lord say, they that hear you hear me, and they that despise you despising me. Roughly, I mean, they that hear if you hear me, and they hear of me, hear of him that sent me, roughly paraphrasing. And they that despise me, they don't despise you, I mean, but they despise me and despise him that sent me, roughly paraphrasing. So all that here and conform to the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, guess what? They're gonna flock to GMS, man. Whether they try to join the camp or they just start watching the GMS brothers and start building from there. You know, they ain't gotta necessarily call themselves GMS. It ain't about GMS. It's about the true doctrine, man, and truth and sincerity. It ain't about what is that? I don't think that's it. It ain't about the 3 letters GMS or the word Great Millstone for you to be saved. Through Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we saved, man. You know, and teaching that true doctrine. So whether you join GMS or you just start following the teachings of GMS and teach the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, following after the men of GMS, starting with the apostles and elders on down, guess what, man? You spiritually following GMS, man. You listening to them, you learning from them, you taking heed to the wise counsel that they wise sayings that they put out and decrees that they put out, and you adhere to them. You know, because they are spiritual fathers on the earth, man. They are leaders on the earth. They are those pastors who the Lord set up, who he will not put into a corner anymore, man. So but like I was saying, I used to watch WFI, but something had happened. This ain't about me, but something had happened to where High Holy Day was supposed to land on the Sabbath. This one, they was going back and forth with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone about the Sabbath situation. You know, and so, I don't know. I fast prayed, you know, and eventually after I fasted and prayed, I started watching Apostle Tahar videos, because I think, and then I ain't know it was so many men in GMS. I ain't know it was. I think I ran across the Brother Yuan video. I think I ran across his video first before I even watched Apostle Tahar video, because I ended up I wasn't in the truth because I wasn't teaching or nothing. I had started back smoking or something, but it was only for like a week, and I got scared. The Lord, I had fear. I was like, damn, I'm finna fall back into the world, even though I was already still in the world. I wasn't in the truth yet. I wasn't teaching. I think I still had dreads and all kind of shit, you know. But I thought I was in the truth, really. You know, just being a young man in the learning, still in the world. I was still in the world, ultimately, but I ain't think I was, so to speak. And I had, you know, to get that demon off me. First, I was watching the Brother Yuan video, and he was going in on, you know, about the elders. He was standing out in the rain. That's an old video. And then after that, it was just him by himself, and when he was in South Carolina with Elder not to talk about. After that, a couple days later or so, I watched Apostle Tahar video, and I was, like I said, I was still smoking. And I was just like, man, the Lord gonna kill me if I don't stop, thinking I was in the truth, in which the Lord was gonna kill me if I ain't stopped, But I just tossed the blunt and and just kept watching the video. And that same day I finished watching the video, and I kept watching videos, and I just went on a real dry fast, I ain't smoke no more, I ain't do nothing, and I prayed for spiritual discernment on who the true leaders of the Lord were, and the Lord just led me to GMS. I think after that I cut my dreads, and then I just started teaching, and I started following after the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Then I realized the Lord opened me up to how vast the Great Millstone was and how far that knowledge extend. And that's when I realized, and this ain't about me, it's just a testimony, so to speak. That's when I realized that the WFI basically teach what the apostles teach. That's when I really came to the conclusion, these niggas here just wicked, man. They coming up some other way. They want to, negate the true teachers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, like they came up with it. They ain't give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because that's where they got a lot of their doctrines and stuff from. A lot of the stuff they teach, that shit ain't come from these other men who they these other elders who came out of the One West. You'll never hear the men going into Yahweh Shai being Isaac, shit like that, the chariots. You don't hear the men talking about stuff like that. And damn, WFI, they go into a lot of this stuff and they break it down just like GMS break it down. So that's when I realized, yeah, they off. And I just stopped watching them completely. I stopped watching everybody, because another thing, when I first came in, before I even figured out what WFI was, I was finna join. I wasn't gonna join them, but I was gonna try to figure out what IUIC was, because it come to find out that was the only Israelite camp in Mobile. So me being carnal, I was like, shit, I want to find out where a camp is. I don't care who it is. I just want to, get down. But luckily that didn't fall through, and I never figured out where they was. I just gave up. I wasn't really trying, but luckily that didn't fall through, because they off too. And I just started watching the Apostles of Great Millstone, and from there, the Lord opened up more knowledge, more GMS pages started falling out the sky. Seemed like it just, the Lord opened it up to where on YouTube it was easy to find brothers. Then once you get on brothers' pages, and you can see who they follow, and you can follow everybody they follow. But that's pretty much the point. I ain't want to make it too much about myself. Just the fact that, hey, all the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect amongst these other camps, they gonna come up out of that, man. They gonna come up out of the WFI and the IUIC and the GOCC or whatever, out the world. They gonna come up out of wherever they at. The elect is gonna come out of whatever they in that's not the truth, and they gonna cleave to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the point. And you can go watch this video. I'm still watching it. I'm gonna finish it once I get through with this. But that's pretty much the point. Everybody gonna flock to GMS. So with that, Lord, wouldn't this edifying, I want to end it, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Rule well, been a great example to us younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwam Yashala. Abba. Shalom.